Salvatore speaks, and here's what he's got to say about statewide relocation, the F-rated rip-off moving company. I'm reading from my rip-off report. Rip-off report number 928306 from ripoffreport.com. This is part 2. I'm starting out with my letter to the Sustainability Planning and Economic Enhancement of the Business Affairs and Consumer Protection, Miami, Florida. To Business Affairs and Consumer Protection, I am writing in regards to case number 2012-2861. I contacted this office at the suggestion of the Florida Attorney General's office. Enclosed, please find copies of relevant paperwork from my move with statewide relocation. Also enclosed, please find copies of claim forms I file with CSI, Claim Services International, Port St. Lucie, Florida, detailing the extent of my loss. This complaint is in regards to a household consumer goods I made from New York to Iowa from September 2 to September 13, 2010. One of the companies involved was Statewide Relocation, 600 Northeast 185th Street, Miami, 22179. 877-497-5505. info@statewiderelocation.com. On August 26, 2010, I contacted Green Van Lines, Addison, Texas, about a planned move from New York to Iowa. I spoke with Misty May, who assured me they would be there to pick up my belongings on the agreed-upon date. She told me, I work for a very honest company, quote unquote. The day of the pickup arrived, September 2, 2010, but with it, no Green Van Lines. Instead, a completely different company called Statewide Relocation, Miami, Florida, was at my door in a dirty, graffiti-covered rent-a-van. Who were they? Where did they come from? I had just finished packing literally 10 minutes before I was standing in the room where only a few weeks before my mom had passed away. Most of the belongings waiting to be moved she had left me. I was still deeply grieved and in shock about losing her. But I had to move out of the apartment where I had cared for her for nearly the past 6 years. The rent was way beyond my means. The movers were rude and officious, talking on the phone with the office in a foreign language, Russian to be exact. They weren't from the U.S. They told me that, and they didn't even like our country. They told me that too. I could identify them if necessary. The foreman's signature is on the bill of lading. My question then, given the results of my move, are these. Does statewide relocation hire and employ illegal criminal aliens? Do they belong to a foreign criminal organization? Is the owner of this company himself an illegal alien with a criminal record? Does he belong to a clandestine criminal organization? The hiring of criminal aliens is common practice in the so-called moving business, from what I understand. The influence and illegal activities of organized crime in the trucking business are well known. The federal courts and prisons system testify that, right up to the present day, the 2003 FBI sting in Miami, Florida, resulting in the arrest and indictment of 16 heads of companies and 74 operators, revealed once again the pervasive presence of the criminal element among so-called movers. I would not be at all surprised to discover that the owner and employees of Statewide Relocation were among those arrested in that FBI sting in 2003. Salvatorio has spoken about Statewide Relocation, the F-rated rip-off moving company.